Hey guys, what's going on? It's your man Nathan, and boy, you guys have asked me a couple of times to bring on someone to talk about this idea of tapping. And when I asked the first time, my favorite question was the first question that we got when I typed it in Facebook, and somebody said, "Are you talking about tap dancing?" Nope, but I could be, because no label defines us, right? So who knows? If we know a tap dancer, reach out and we can talk about how to make a man with cerebral palsy tap dance. That'll be interesting for people to see. But
Mhm.
this is all about emotional freedom. And I brought on someone who is certified to talk about this thing, who is an expert in talking about this technique. Because guess what? I don't know a damn thing. And that's the beauty of this. We're all learning together. So we've seen him before, and he's going to drop some great knowledge. Vassil Karamanov, a transformation life coach and a speaker. So, Vassil, what's the first thing people should know about this thing called tapping?
Well, when most people in the world hear tapping, they do navigate towards dancing. However, Nathan, you're always in the personal development field, and so am I. And when we mention tapping, when it comes to personal development, we mean something that has to do with emotions. And what I'm certified in is EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. This is one certification that I got through the company called Transform Destiny. And I took intensive classes for this online and in person for 7 days. It was part of my NLP practitioner training, but now I do have a certification for it. So I would love to explain it to you. So where do you think we should start? What kind of questions do you have for it?
Well, so first and foremost, emotional freedom, like just that in general. Um, I the question I would have is, what's the most common misconception when it comes to uh, what that is and what you're
Mm,
able to help people with?
right. Well, emotions, they run our life. Based on how we're feeling, it really navigates how we are successful in what we do, right? So if you're feeling really bad because of your emotions, then you might not be able to do what you need to do. And you might feel really down in the spiritual, we call that like low vibrational frequency. So what you want to do with this technique is you can literally within minutes turn around how you feel. If you feel bad, if you feel sad, if you feel angry, even if you have physical pain, Nathan, you can completely eliminate it if you do this technique the right way and if you truly believe you can do it. So that's the beauty of this technique. It's not a cure for everything. However, it is something that I have in my toolbox. And I will tell you from this NLP practitioner training, I decided to use this for the rest of my life. At first, I was very skeptical about it because it looks silly. It involves tapping on your body. And the first thing that comes to your mind is like, how can that do anything for me? That's ridiculous. But when you look at the science behind it, when you look at how it works and why it works, and then when you actually do it, you get results. And I'll tell you this, it really, really worked for me when I went with my family to the Vanderbilt Mansion. So this is a place where people go for wine tastings. We went there for a wine tasting. It was an all-day event. We had to walk around, so I was exposed under the sun. And towards the end of the day, I got a headache. Now, a headache, like I said, physical pain, you can use EFT tapping to get rid of physical pain. And I use this technique on my headache, and literally within minutes, I completely eliminated my headache. And this made me a true believer.
Well, hey, I love hearing that because right now I've got a headache and I've got shoulder pain. So I'm all for it. I think one of the key things with what you and I both do is it starts with what we believe, right? And being
Mm,
able to change and be open to finding out new things that we may believe if we come in and we're skeptical about something. Hey,
mhm,
give it a try, and hey, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. It doesn't make it
mhm,
wrong, and it's not saying that this is the only way. This is one way, and like Vassil said, one tool in the toolbox. So,
absolutely.
um, what's the main? So we're tapping, right? And
Mhm.
so what's the science behind how that helps, like what it does to our body to help relieve the pain?
Mhm. Well, so EFT is based on the concept of acupuncture and acupressure. Now, those healing modalities go back 5,000 plus years, and they have actually been accepted by modern medicine as healing modalities.
Mhm.
The point of those modalities is to work on energy meridians in the body, which are very specific points in your body where if you tap or if you focus on that area with needles like acupuncture, whatever it may be, you can heal. Now, how does that work? Well, the concept is that all illness and all pain, all negative emotions happen because there is trapped energy in your body. And because of that, there is an energy blockage. So, what you do with EFT is you get rid of that energy blockage that you're experiencing and quickly shift that pain or that negative emotion that you're experiencing.
All right. All right. So we're like opening up the channel and releasing the energy. Okay. Um, and I had one question.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we're gonna do, so everybody knows right now, is Vassil's gonna walk us through the practice. So you guys are gonna get to see me do this for the first time. So if I look funny, if there's like a funny face I make or something as we go through this, make sure and screenshot it. Hashtag no label defines me on social media, right? Um, but somebody asked, is there a way that they can set up a routine when it comes to tapping?
Yes. What I personally do is now I've adopted tapping. When I wake up in the morning, I'll take a shower. And right before I do the cold shower, so I start with a normal shower and then I do a cold shower. But in between that, I'll do tapping. And like I said, it literally takes just a few minutes. Now, that is my morning routine. I'll do that tapping to prime me for the day.
Mm.
So I am in the energy of gratitude and the energy of creation and the energy of money magnet. You know, whatever you want your affirmation or incantations to be, you can use that with tapping. Um, now, that's the routine. The beautiful thing about tapping is that whenever you can use it whenever you want. Now, side note, if you are with a group of people and then you start randomly like tapping on your body, they might think you're insane. First of all, because they have no idea what it is. And like I said, it looks silly. So, one of the best things you can do is you can either go to a private room by yourself. If you're out somewhere, you can go in the bathroom and do it. Or if you're confident enough, then just do it in front of everybody. It's up to you.
Well, and I would throw this out here, people. So if you choose to do it with a group of people, first just tell them, hey guys, I'm about to do this thing. So if you think I look weird, you can go ahead and walk away. You can practice some social distancing as we do this tapping, right?
That's right.
We're all getting adept at the social distancing. So, hey, maybe that will work out in your advantage when you try this for the first time in public. That's awesome. So, do it in the morning, and it helps to get you in the intention that you want to create for the day. I love that. So yeah, man, I think let's if you're ready, or if there's something else that you want to touch on before, go ahead and feel free to do that. But I'm ready to dive in and do this
Okay.
whenever
All
you.
right. So 2 quick things. One thing I want to talk about real quick is when we talk about pain. So if you have an issue that you know is long term, then this will not fix it. What this simply does is get rid of the pain in the moment. However, one thing to note is don't do this every day just so you can put that pain aside and then never deal with it, because that pain is a symptom that there's something wrong in your body. So you should see a doctor for something like that, right? There have been people that have used this, like famous hypnotists, their whole life to literally get through the day because of back pain, right? So it doesn't fix problems for good if you have a serious problem. Yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to tell you. And also, so it works on, you can turn around negative emotions, your state, you can heal physical pain, and you can work on fears and limiting beliefs, phobias. For example, my teacher that I learned this from, Michael Stevenson, he had a near drowning experience as a kid, and he went on a vacation recently. Well, on the vacation, he had an opportunity to use a jet ski, and he was in the water, and he found himself hating where he was at and wanting to get away from the jet ski, wanted to get away from the water. But then he said, he caught that in his head, and he said, why am I feeling like this? So he caught that fear, that phobia, and he literally did EFT on the jet ski. And after just a few minutes, was able to jet ski for about 30, 40 minutes and had one of the best times of his life. So that's another opportunity right there to use EFT, is to work on phobias and fears. And with that, let's go ahead and hop into it. So what I'm going to do is screen share a couple of notes that I have to share with all of your viewers, Nathan. Now, really quick, here is my certification, Emotional Freedom Techniques Practitioner. And I did receive it this February of 2020 by the company Transform Destiny. So here are the notes that I have typed up for us to look at. EFT, we went over the definition already. So let's go ahead and get into the good stuff. The first thing you want to do is pick a problem or something that we need to work on. So in your case, you said that right now you have a headache, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we do EFT, we want to gauge the problem. On a scale of 0 to 10, how bad is it? 0, it means you have no headache. 10 is pain equivalent to being run over by a giant truck.
Yeah,
right?
Let's go there.
So,
that's where we're at.
So seriously, where is your headache right now?
Yeah, 10 for sure.
It is not a 10. You would not be able to do this Zoom call if it was a 10.
Okay. Well, then I'll go down to a 9, but it's up there.
It's pretty bad?
Yeah, normally I wouldn't even talk about a headache unless it's super bad.
So like, yeah, a 10 is like a migraine where you can't even open your eyes. You have to be in a room with no sound. So yours is pretty bad right now. You're giving it a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first step is called the setup, Nathan.
Okay.
So this prepares your body for EFT. Now, the whole thing with this is that this is for polarity reversal. So right before you get ready to tap, you have to make sure your system is ready for it. So there's something called psychological reversal. And this is when people self-sabotage themselves. So every person has negative thoughts throughout the day. And when you start focusing on those negative thoughts, you can start self-sabotaging yourself. And that's when you experience psychological reversal. That's when energy gets blocked. So we want to go ahead and prime the body for EFT. So look at this right here. If you're experiencing self-sabotage in your life, your energy is reversed. It's not your natural state to self-sabotage yourself. Your natural state is to be nice and supportive to yourself, to thrive. Do you agree with that, Nathan?
Yeah, I think we spend a lot of time in that other mode, but I think we know that we can be nice and good to ourselves for sure.
Yep. Well, so in the setup, it starts with using either your right, your left, or both hands. And what you're going to do is you're going to tap using two fingers like this. So if you take two fingers, you're going to go to your palm, to the middle of your palm, and you're going to tap
on the
with just a little bit of
wrist?
pressure so that you feel it.
Or
So
on
you
your
want to
palm?
feel, not on the side of your palm,
Okay.
opposite of your thumb, opposite of your thumb.
So
look right here. I'm on my side. You see that?
oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep. So when you do this, you're going to say an affirmation. So do you remember what the difference between affirmation and incantation is?
So go ahead and remind me.
So an affirmation is when you're stating something positive, and incantation means you're just being a little bit more dramatic by the way you're doing it. So you might be saying it a little bit louder and you truly are believing what you're saying. This is the problem with some affirmations and people who don't get anything from affirmations. It's just something that like they don't truly believe. They're just saying it and they're not really in the moment. And incantation is when you're present and you truly believe it and you're saying it a little bit louder. So EFT can work with either one, affirmations, incantations, and guess what? It can even work if you're just saying it in your mind. My personal one is to do incantation.
Okay.
So with this, we pick an affirmation or incantation. This is my favorite one. Even though I have this, we have to acknowledge the problem. So for you, we're going to say this headache.
Yeah.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So what you're doing is you're acknowledging that the pain is there, okay? And you're accepting yourself. So you can either go here,
okay,
you can go here, or some people even do like that both. So my favorite way is to just pick one. And you're just priming yourself for the energy, okay?
And
now,
while saying this out loud,
while you're saying
in your
it,
head, or
you say this 3 times,
all
okay?
right.
So first, let's go through all of these,
Yeah.
and then we'll do it, okay?
Okay.
So that is the first part. Do you have the question with the setup? Do you have any other questions for the setup? Okay.
No.
So right after we do this we say it 3 times and we tap. Then we're getting ready to go to the good stuff, the sequence. Okay. So this is the literal tapping. So
okay.
For the tapping, you want to use 2 fingers. Okay. And there's 8 specific points. These is where the energy meridians are in your body. The first one is on top of your eyebrow. So you're going to want to pick your left side or the right side of your body. And it's in the middle of the top of your eyebrow right here. You see that? You're just going to tap with a little bit of pressure. You don't want to do it too light, but you don't want to do it hard enough to where you bruise yourself, right? So you're just going to tap. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the second one is side of the eye, right here where the temple is. Okay.
Okay.
The third one, under the eye.
All right.
The fourth one, under the nose. This one kind of helps out if you just tuck your lips a little bit when you do it. Okay. The fifth one, the chin, you want to do it right here. Mm-hmm.
Where the soul patch is. All right.
Yep. The sixth one, the collarbone. So you're going to want to feel your bone right here.
Yeah.
And you're going to move just an inch or 2. And then you're going to go down an inch or 2. And then you feel like a little meaty part right here. That's where it's at. Okay. Right. So you'll tap like that. Okay. And then we have number 7, under the arm. Now for under the arm, we're not going to use 2 fingers because you're literally going to be like stabbing yourself, and that does not feel good. So what you want to do is there's two guidelines for men and women. For women, you want to go to where your bra strap is. For men, you want to go where the nipple is, and with the same line where the nipple is. Whoa, what's going on with the table here? Okay, and for this one, we're actually going to use our hands and tap. Okay.
All right.
And last one, the top of the head right here, the crown. And this one, you just use fingers.
All right.
Okay. So when we do these 8 different tapping points, we're going to do each one 7 to 10 times
Okay.
while we say the name of the problem. So for example, it'll be
Headache.
this headache, this headache, this headache. Now notice I just repeated that 3 times, and when I said that 3 times, I was tapping. I didn't count how many times I was tapping. You don't want to focus on how many times you're tapping. You want to focus on stating the problem. And literally, by the time you're done saying it 3 times, you've already tapped it 7 to 10 times. It works out amazingly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we do each one 7 to 10 times while we state the problem, and we go through all 8. After we do all 8, we're going to go ahead and gauge the problem again. We're going to say, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where is it at right now? If you're still at a middle or high number, we're going to repeat that same sequence one more time. If you're at a very low number, we're going to move to the suggestions. So let's say you're at a very low number now, like a 1 or a 2. We're going to the suggestions. This is my favorite part. Now, keep in mind, I just want to tell your audience that I personally am a kinesthetic learner, and I navigate the world by feelings. I relate to people through feelings, and I learn through feelings. So I'm an empath. This is why this works incredible for me, the suggestions. So now it's time to use the affirmations or incantations of your choice. We go back to the same 8 points, and this time you're going to state how you want to feel. And you can either do the same thing over and over again, or you can say something completely different. For example, I feel confident. I feel healthy. I feel loved. You can change it on every single point. But what you want to do is when you're saying how you want to feel, you want to manifest that into your presence, into your body. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And that is how it's done.
So before we get started, I've got a question. It came to me as we were practicing. So, I've got lots of people who follow me who also have disabilities. So I'm just curious, and if you don't know the answer, you don't know. But let's say I'm somebody who's got a spinal cord injury, and I can't move my hands or anything. Do you know if it would work if I have someone else tap for me? I guess it would if it's like acupuncture, but I'm not sure.
I believe it would. I believe it would work because the physical part is needed. It doesn't have to be yourself. So just like acupuncture, right? So acupuncture, you're not putting the needles in your own body, although you can if you know how to do that. Someone else is doing that for you. So the energy points just need to be stimulated. So if somebody can't move their hands and they have a spinal issue, somebody else can do it for them. But if that person can talk while they're doing it, so they're going to state their problem and then they're going to state that incantations that they pick, that would work out beautiful.
Yeah, so if just know, because sometimes I forget to talk about this. Some of the stuff you guys see me do that I'm doing for the first time, know that we have to adapt to what we're able to. And I want you to know that if you have a issue where that's hard for you, that maybe it just means finding somebody that you trust to be able to do that part for you as you, like Vassil said, you state the problem, and then when we get to the end, you state your affirmations or incantations. So anybody
Absolutely.
can do it.
Anybody. If you have a disability, don't let this stop you. I promise you, this can be a life-changing technique. If you have a Zoom call, if you have a presentation, if you have an event that can be life-changing and you want to get in the right state, you can do this technique, and it takes just a few minutes. A lot of professional public speakers and coaches do this technique to get primed right before a serious event that can be life-changing. Yep.
All right, man. So I think they're ready to start taking those screenshots.
Okay. So we're going to do this together. All right, Nathan. So for this, we might need you to take off your glasses, right? Because they're going to get in the way. Now, the hat is up to you. For the hat, it's up to you. I think it can work. It's up to you. There you go. Okay. All right. Now, so Nathan, we're going to work on the headache that you have. So what is the headache on a scale of 0 to 10 right now as far as pain?
It probably actually has gone down to like a 7 already.
So we're going to give it a 7 right now. All right. Now, it's time to prime ourselves for the EFT. So we're going to go here to the side of the palm. We're going to tap hard with 2 fingers. And we're going to say, even though I have this headache, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. You ready?
Yeah.
Give it some, not the middle of the palm. Make sure it's the side and you're going somewhat hard. Ready, go. Even though I have this headache right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Even though I have this headache right now,
even though I have this headache right now,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Even though I have this headache right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself right now.
Even though I have this headache right now, I deeply love and accept myself.
All right, top of the eye. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Side of the eye. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
A little bit lower. This headache.
This headache.
Good. Under the eye. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Under the nose. This headache.
This headache.
A little bit harder. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Good. Under the mouth. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Collarbone. Do you remember the little meaty place right here?
Yeah.
This headache.
This headache.
Give it some power on this. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Good. And armpit. Use your hands. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Top of the head. This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
This headache.
Good. All right, Nathan. Now, on a scale of 0, no pain, and 10, the worst pain, where are you now?
I would say right now in this moment, it went down pretty low. I would say a 3, maybe.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to the final part. I love it. So this, now I want you to control this. I'm going to remind you the areas, but I want you to name 3 different incantations for every time. And whatever comes to your mind, whatever you want. I'm confident. I'm a great speaker. I'm a world-class speaker. Whatever you want it to be, and I'm just going to say it in my mind, but I want you to say them out loud. Ready? All right, pick 3 different ones. Let's go. Go, top of the eye. What are they?
I'm powerful. I'm loving. I'm authentic.
Great. Go to the side of the eye. Feel it.
I'm powerful. I'm loving. I'm authentic.
Great. Under the eye.
I'm powerful. I'm loving. I'm authentic.
I'm authentic. Under the nose.
I'm powerful.
I'm
I'm loving. I'm authentic. I'm powerful. I'm loving. I'm authentic.
Right here. Now, really mean it. Say it out loud.
I'm powerful.
Mm.
I'm loving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm authentic.
Good.
I'm powerful. I'm loving.
Love
I'm authentic.
authentic. Top of the head. Powerful.
Powerful. I'm
I'm
loving.
loving.
I'm
I'm
authentic.
authentic. Whew. I don't know about you, but I have endorphins running all over my body right now.
Yeah.
What is your pain on a scale of 0 to 10 right now?
Right now, maybe a 1. Like I feel it, but it's like I feel it there, but it's way, way lower than it
Wait,
was. Yeah.
right. When we started, you were at like a 7, and now we're down to a 1 or almost nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the power of EFT. As you see, it only took us a few moments. Now, you can choose to believe if acupuncture works or not, but what I'm telling you is that when you put your mind to this, when you actually open up to the possibility that you can heal yourself in the moment, regardless if it's you feeling negative emotions, you feeling pain, or you being afraid of something, you can change it in the present moment by doing this just for a few moments, and you can have a complete 180 shift.
So, random question. What do you think when people are watching, what part of the body do you think they screenshotted the most? I think we're gonna get a lot of
This was a good one. This is always a funny one.
yeah. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with there for sure. Yeah, man. Thanks so much for coming on and actually sharing this with us. Where can people connect with you if they want to learn more about um, not only tapping but everything else that you've got going on?
Absolutely, yeah. So as you see right here in the title, I'm a transformation life coach, and over the years, I've gotten certifications in meditation, neuro-linguistic programming, time techniques, EFT, success life coach. So I have a toolkit of techniques that I help people, whether you want to become the best version of yourself, whether you want to have more energy, whether you want to have a better immune system, or if you're just going through a tough time right now and you want to get to the other side, I can be that person for you. If you got questions regarding the EFT, just look me up on Facebook or Instagram under Vassil Karamanov. You'll be able to find me on either one of those platforms, even LinkedIn.
All right, yeah, and we'll make sure and drop that stuff in the post so you guys can go right there. Is there anything before we finish off that you want to leave the audience with today?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that with neuro-linguistic programming and EFT is that people, as soon as they see something, they judge it right away, and you can dismiss it. So you don't know what you might be missing. Now, this is one of those things. As compared to life, if you think about it, there might be someone that you looked at and you put a label on them, just like your movement and no labels define me. And you're like quick to put a label on, like, oh, this person is like this. Maybe they're not, I don't like them because of this. Or maybe you like them because of this. But if this is one of those things that you dismiss just because it looks silly, I challenge you to actually go ahead and try it out, and only try it if you're willing to truly believe while you're doing it. If you're going to doubt yourself, and if you're going to just make it look ridiculous while you're doing it, don't waste your time. It's not going to work. But if you do believe in the power of the mind, then this can become a super tool that you can use any day at any given situation to transform your life.
And yeah, the first time you do it, it's going to be a little weird because you've never done it before. And you're going to be like, I wonder what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was like. Let's see what happens here. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
I think part of it's being okay with not being sure and not um like you saw my pain go from 7 to 1 or even lower, but be okay with whatever result happens.
Hmm.
Like it could have been less, um, and that's okay. So yeah, I think I would agree with you there. Just give it a try, and hey, if it doesn't work for you, no skin off your back, right? You gave it a try. You figured out it's not your thing, and you move on to something else.
This is like natural caffeine for me. Like right now, I am pumped. I am energized right after
You don't
doing that
need
with you.
that.
Yeah, you don't need caffeine. Like we got EFT.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, dude, I want to acknowledge you for all the value you brought here today. I'm sure people will be reaching out to you, connecting with you to learn more and to see what you're up to in the world. But you guys, if you like this and you gain some value, hey, even if it's taking a screenshot of me doing that or me doing that, hey, that's all good. If it created some joy in your life today, that's all good. But if you did, make sure and share this with somebody so that they too can have access to this technique and this knowledge. Because you never know how sharing one thing may change the life of someone else. And with
Hmm.
that, man, we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you so much, Nathan. I had fun.